oh my goodness, this might be, CJ, you might have to come back and do this again because this might be the best box of cards I've ever ripped. So many people to thank, and know that, like you said, this is only the beginning. Welcome back to Card Talk. Thousands of people, collections, card shops, and collectors. 47.5. You're good to go. All right, man. A lot of time ahead and a lot of opportunity to make this place special every day. So, all right, what's going on YouTube? Card Collector 2 coming at you here with a brand new video. And today we are back with another edition of Boxes with Buckeyes. This time with CJ Hicks. CJ, appreciate you coming out.
Sure, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So if you guys do not know, I'm a huge Ohio State fan. I think that's pretty clear on my channel at this point. CJ Hicks was the #1 recruit in Ohio State's 2022 recruiting class. And was also given the nickname, is it Captain Buckeye?
Yeah.
Captain Buckeye. So tell me about how that nickname came about.
It really started how I was very vocal on social media about getting guys, so just tagging them, posting pictures of them, like, oh, we should do this or we could be this, and just talking to them on and off the field, talking to them about family, just life period, and how Ohio State would be a good fit for them.
That's awesome. Who do you think was the hardest guy to convince that did come out of all your teammates in your recruiting class? Who was the hardest guy to convince? Anybody stand out as tricky?
Not really.
Just pretty easy sell?
I mean, Caden Curry was a little bit hard.
Really?
But...
Caden Curry. Okay. All right, fair enough. So we're going to rip today. We're going to rip some more of the 2020 All-American from Leaf. Unfortunately, they did not have this last year, so we could not pull a CJ Hicks card. Doesn't exist yet. So we're going to rip 2020 in search of some of his other Buckeye teammates. You ever ripped a box of cards before?
No, I haven't.
Never. Okay. Now, I've asked the other guys that have done this, what if I told you that there were sports cards that have sold for over $1 million? What do you think about that?
That's crazy. Because, you got to think about it because it's just a card. So, yeah, I don't understand how it goes.
Seems a little wild?
Yeah.
All right. I can understand that. So we're going to rip this, again, searching for some of your Ohio State teammates. But I was told before we started that you actually had a rookie card of LeBron James. So you have some experience with cards, but you gave it to your brother?
Yeah, so what happened was my cousin gave me a big old box full of cards, just MLB, NFL, NBA, and I would look through every single card. I think it was 500.
Yep.
But he had a rookie LeBron James, and then he also had a All-Star Michael Jordan one. And
you gave them to your brother?
Yeah.
And you have no idea where they are?
He still has them. I don't know where he put them, but he still has them.
Maybe we got to find those ones.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so let's see what this one's got. So I'll let you, here, I'll get them out for you. So there's 8 cards in here. I mentioned before, we're looking for Stroud, Harris, Cody. There are other guys in here, Bryce Young, Bajan Robinson, and others. So let's see what we got. You just pull them off one at a time. Not going to hurt them.
Okay.
Antonio Johnson, don't know who that is. Hey, right off the rip. Second card.
My boy Court.
Court Williams. So if you turn that over, it's actually numbered. So what's it say, 35 of 50? So there's only 50 of that card in the world. So that's one thing about sports cards is they try to serial number them like that, so they make them a little bit more rare. So there's only 50 of that Court Williams card. But if you look at the next card, we actually have back-to-back Buckeyes. So we have Paris Johnson, future first-round draft pick, offensive lineman out of 20. All right, so we're back-to-back Buckeyes. And who do we got there? Malik Hornsby, don't know. No thanks. If it's not a Buckeye, we're not as interested. Xavion Alford, not sure. Donald Chaney Jr., not sure. All right, who we got there? Jordan Johnson, don't know. Sam Adams patch auto. Sam Adams patch auto. Washington. Running back for Washington. All right, so not as exciting. Big thing about cards now, especially football ones, I'll grab these from you. The big thing about football cards now is quarterbacks they're what people want the most. Yeah. So guys like Stroud and Bryce Young, a couple other guys in here, they're going to be the most in demand. But I want to ask, right, I mentioned earlier, you're the #1 recruit for Ohio State in 2022. You were a top 10 player nationally. You're the 15th highest rated recruit ever to come to Ohio State. What's it like going through the recruiting process as a 5-star? someone that's that highly rated?
For me, it really wasn't that crazy since I committed so young. I committed my sophomore year. My plan was, like, I talked to Berm about it. I wanted to wait till my senior year and commit on signing day because he asked me when I first got the offer, and didn't go as planned because I kept talking like I was, oh yeah, I'm a Buckeye. And then eventually everything fell through, committed, and enjoyed it ever since.
That's awesome. That's very, very cool. What would you say it's been like, or maybe something that stood out to you that maybe you didn't expect? You went to a smaller school in Dayton. There, you're the guy. You're the guy in your high school. And then you go to Ohio State where you're a guy. Ohio State's full of 4 stars, 5 stars, a lot of talent on the Ohio State roster this year. What's it like to make that transition from the guy to a guy at Ohio State?
For me, it really wasn't that big of a deal because, like, I really wasn't focused on, like, being the guy or just, like, I wanted to make an impact, yes, for sure, but I really just wanted to learn automatically, like, in the weight room with Coach Mick, how I do this better, how can I get faster, how can I get stronger. We got a new defensive coordinator. So just learning the ins and outs of everything. I really wasn't focused on becoming the guy, just focused on just being the best teammate I can be.
All right, that's awesome. I appreciate the insight. We'll get you a couple more questions here at the end, but let's see what you got in this box. I'm eager to see what's inside.
Jack Nelson.
Jack Nelson?
Jack, sorry.
Nothing great so far.
I see Jacks.
Oh, we got back-to-back good ones coming. This is good. All right, so we got our guy, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Now that is numbered, what's that number 2? 8 of 25. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah.
Best receiver in America?
For sure.
Agreed, right?
For sure. Yeah.
And then we have another good one. It's not a Buckeye, but we'll take it. So that's an out of 7 Bijan Robinson auto. One of the best running backs in the nation. I think 2 of them happen to reside in Columbus this year, but definitely a talented running back. And then, who is that? Oh my goodness. This might be, CJ, you might have to come back and do this again because this might be the best box of cards I've ever ripped. CJ, you might have the lucky hands here. So we got Desmond, I'm not sure. He's a linebacker, Tisdale, committed to Auburn. But right behind that, CJ, why don't you show us what the next one is? It's a Bryce Young rookie autograph. 3 cards in one box of 3 of the best players in America. Out of 25, Bryce Young rookie auto.
Number 4.
4 of 25, can't go wrong there. And then I don't know who the last guy is, but doesn't really matter at this point. Jordan Johnson patch auto. That is probably one of the best boxes when you pull 3 of the top guys in the entire product. So,
yeah.
Speaking of top guys, we were talking before you got here about Tommy and some of the success he's had this year. What's it been like to learn under Tommy and Steele after some of the success they've had early on this year?
So Tommy, me and his relationship kind of funny. So when I first came in, that was the guy they put me with to work out with.
Yeah.
So in the weight room, we would never talk.
You wouldn't talk?
Never talk. We would never talk. So like, I would come in the locker room. My locker was right next to his. But like, what's up, Tommy? He was like, sup. Just one word answers. So I was like, oh, he don't like me. So I'm like, dang, I'm doing something wrong. But our relationship grew as time went by, and he's probably like one of the closest linebackers I'm with for sure.
Yep.
He's helped me like understand the defense. Same thing with Steele, because Steele is really not that talkative as well.
Yep.
But they helped me understand the defense a lot more. Helped me calm down because I am so anxious and eager to get on the field. But
Yep.
they just really be that big brother that you need as a young freshman. So I appreciate them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Last question as we wrap it up here. I asked Cam this, and I would be curious. You've gone through the recruiting process, highly touted recruit, come to Ohio State, one of the premier programs in the country. You're very young, though, but you've had a lot of success early on in life. What would be a piece of advice you would give to your younger self if you could go back in time, right? Knowing what you know now, what piece of advice would you give to yourself?
Really just stay focused and keep going. Just do what you believe in and continue to grow as a person and also as a player. So,
I love it. I love it. Well, hopefully we'll be seeing you on the field here very, very soon. I'm looking forward to it. But that is all we got for now, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you coming out.
For sure. I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. That's all I got for now, guys. Peace.